All right, Shalom. This is Howard One by Yasha of the Lions Den Camp, located right here in Jacksonville, Florida. Before I begin, I want to say Kal Halayim, Layahawa, by Hashem Yahushai, by Hashem, Harakah Kodash, Ma'amath. Double honor to the elder apostles of GMS and the elders. And Shalom to you, Akim, and Akwatim and children that believe in sincerity and truth around the four corners of the earth. All right, let's clock in. This is going to be an insomniac lesson. Can't sleep, so you might as well get into work. All right. But I was watching this video that caught my attention earlier. Um, I feel like it's pretty interesting, so check it out. Hold up, let me go where you can see it. All right, it's from this guy's page, Mr. MBB3. He showed a lot of chariots, a lot of what they call UFOs, but scriptures they know that the chariots are the Most High. Yahweh's war chariots, also for deliverance. All right. I want to play this video. Let me change this view. Hold up. There we go. That way you can really see it. And what he's saying is what caught my attention. All right. So I want to kind of go through that briefly and see where the spirit takes us. All right. So I'm going to hit play on the video. And this is, don't own the copyrights to this, fair use, fair use.
Super cool video footage of highly unusual deep space movement caught on camera. Check this out. This first video was sent in by Jim out of Michigan as he was filming the nighttime sky. Notice the objects moving very slowly. This is an hour's worth of footage put in fast forward. This one right here, I'm going to zoom in on it so you can see it, took nearly an hour to cross the field of view. These other ones are moving very quickly, as this is in fast forward, and those are more than likely airplanes moving through the nighttime sky. What is this thing here? At regular speed, that almost looks like a star just sitting up in the sky. It almost gives you the impression that we're being watched by something up there. Yes, I know there's thousands. Almost looks like a star just sitting up in the sky. It almost gives you the impression that we're being watched by something up there. Yes, I know there's thousands of satellites orbiting the Earth, but that thing is moving way too slow to be a satellite. In fact, it's the only object that's moving very slow in this patch of nighttime sky on the night of March 27th of 2020.
I'm gonna play that one more time.
At regular speed, that almost today, as I mentioned at the beginning, highly unusual deep space movement caught on camera. Check this out. This first video was sent in by Jim out of Michigan as he was filming the nighttime sky. Notice the objects moving very slowly. This is an hour's worth of footage put in fast forward. This one right here, I'm going to zoom in on it so you can see it, took nearly an hour to cross the field of view. These other ones are moving very quickly, as this is in fast forward, and those are more than likely airplanes moving through the nighttime sky. What is this thing here? At regular speed, that almost looks like a star just sitting up in the sky. It almost gives you the impression that we're being watched by something up there. Yes, I know there's thousands of satellites orbiting the Earth, but that thing is moving way too slow to be a satellite. In fact, it's the only object that's moving very slow in this patch of nighttime sky on the night of March 27th of 2025. Still cruising across the sky. And again, if you were to just glance up at the nighttime sky and see that, as slow as it was moving, it would have blended in perfectly with the stars in the nighttime sky. I don't know what that was, but it looked like it was a deep space object. Watch over here on the right. You're going to see something enter the field of view. Once again, this is in fast forward. Look at that. Is that an airplane?
All right, so yeah, I'm gonna go back right here, man. This was the point. All right, I just want to get some precepts lined up. Check this. It's crazy, man.
The object that's moving.
I just want to get that point he said that really stuck out to me.
Hours worth of footage put in fast forward. This one right here.
Now, mind you, all of these other objects, which are planes, they're moving in fast forward. But this one object was moving so slow. If they would have slowed the video down, it would look like a star just sitting there.
I'm going to zoom in on it so you can see it. Took nearly an hour to cross the field of view. These other ones are moving very quickly, as this is in fast forward, and those are more than likely airplanes moving through the nighttime sky. What is this thing here? At regular speed, that almost looks like a star just sitting up in the sky. It almost gives you the impression that we're being watched by
Ooh, look at
something
that.
up there.
There you go. We're being watched by something up there. All right, so I want to keep that as the backdrop right there. We're being watched by something up there. Now let's see what that something is. All right, let's go through a few scriptures. I got this one scripture I want to start with. Um, let's go to this one. This is Psalms 18, and let's go to 9. All right, 18 and 9. He bowed the heavens also and came down, and darkness was under his feet. Now this is parabolic of when Yahweh sends Yahweh Shai to visit the earth. All right. And he rode upon a cherub, and that cherub is a chariot. All right. And did fly. So what they call UFOs are the chariots of the Most High. Yea, he did fly upon the wings of the wind, what we call the winds, which is basically the Shemayim space. All right, the space winds, and also what we call the sky. So he can fly, man, in them chariots. Before they were planes, before the Wright brothers came out with started inventing airplanes. Excuse me. He did fly upon the wings of the wind. He made darkness his secret place, man. You see that? So let's go back here. This one right here. He made darkness his secret place. See that? Secret place, hidden out there in space. It's something up there. Right? So let's go back to Psalms. It says he made darkness his secret place. His pavilion round about him were dark waters. That's the space. Outside of space, man. That's where the angels are at. And they go back and forth from the presence of the Most High. They're watching over us. You know, some are sent to bring prophecies to pass, according to Revelation 7. Some are sent to give messages and to set decrees upon the earth. And thick clouds of the skies. All right. So let me go to this real quick. Let's go to let's go to Daniel 4. All right, let's go to Daniel 4 and 13. Let's start at 13. All right, Daniel 4 and 13. And I saw in the visions. Now again, this is an insomniac lesson. So if you up with me, you must can't sleep either. So I woke up in the middle of the night. All right. And I saw in the visions of my head upon my bed, right? After you get visions. And Daniel saw the visions of Yahweh, saw the visions of Yahweh Shai. He saw the vision of the holy angels. And behold, a watcher. All right. And an holy one came down from heaven. And it's talking about the angels of the Most High, um, that are sent down. Like, just like now, what this is talking about here specifically, not to get off track, but Daniel 4 is what's the word I'm looking for? Um, this demand, right? There's a demand from the Most High that who was his name? Nabonidus, King Nabonidus, uh, and the father of who was known as Belshazzar, which was known as the last king of Babylon in 539 BC when they fell to the Persians. The Most High prophesied, and not even just prophesied, he made a demand against them. And some people get that. Some people get where it says Nebuchadnezzar in Daniel 4 or different scriptures. They think it to mean Nebuchadnezzar, the son of Nebuchadnezzar, but it's really talking about, in this verse, it's talking about Nabonidus, all right? And he was exiled from his kingdom, and that was a decree by the Most High from the heavens to show that he can just take the throne. Come on, man, what the scriptures say about Yahweh shall having the keys to hell and death. I mean, uh, uh, yeah. So the Lord can free us, all right. Um, and he also could bring down these devils anytime he chooses to, right? He proved that during the Byzantine Empire when the Lord had to fall of the Roman Empire. All right, they bound Satan up for 1,000 years. So he's doing it again. It's called divine intervention. When a kingdom is about to fall, the Lord has sent his holy angels to make that decree. All right, and start to what you call it? Intervene. Matter of fact, let's get this real quick because the same thing going to happen now in these times, and that's why we're seeing these chariots. That's why they popping up. Let's go to this is Revelations 7:1. And after these things, I saw four angels standing on the four corners of the earth, holding the four winds of the earth, holding back the destruction, that the winds should not blow on the earth, nor on the sea, nor on any tree. All right, so this destruction not going to come until the Most High makes that decree, till He makes a demand that all right, it's over. They done. Go ahead and shut it down. All right, and I saw another angel, see, ascending, coming down. John the Revelator saw the same vision, type of vision Daniel saw, and I saw another angel ascending from the east. All right, and this angel is a watcher, having the seal of the living power, and he cried with a loud voice to the four angels. So this angel was calling to the four angels to bring about the prophecies, all right, the judgment, to whom it was given to hurt the earth and the sea, saying, hurt not the earth, neither the sea, nor the trees, till we seal the servants of our power in their foreheads, right? All right, so that's what it means to be sealed in our foreheads. Um, that's a whole nother lesson. How right as I can remember, I won't go into that. But yeah, the angels, man, ascending from the east. Where is it at? Ascending. No, angel. I'm gonna look up angel. Angelos. All right, messenger, envoy, one who is sent, an angel, a messenger from Yahweh. Basically, the watchers, just like we're the watchers as well in the flesh. All right, so let's go. Let's go back. So, where was that? Let's go back to Daniel real quick. Share this tab. And I saw in this Daniel 4:13. I saw in the vision of my head upon my bed, and behold, a watcher and an holy one came down from heaven. Let's click on watcher. And it says, what's that? What's that? Ayara or Ayar? That's a watcher. Ayar. And it says watcher, meaning waking, watchful, wakeful one, watcher, or angel. There you go again. So that's why we're seeing angels popping up. And people like, yo, it look like it's watching us, right? Because they are, because we're at the end of Esau's rulership. And the Lord is about to make that demand, that decree, all right? Saying, hey, this is it. Shut it down. Um, it says watcher, an angel as a guardian. So what that angel doing? Let me go back. Look at this, man. Look at it. We are being watched by something up there. Come on, man. Damn. Let me get this real quick. I got a few scriptures. Look at Wisdom of Solomon real quick. 5:1. All right. This is Wisdom of Solomon. Make sure I got my sound. 5:1. Verse 2. It says, when they see it, they shall be troubled with terrible fear and shall be amazed at the strangeness of his salvation, so far beyond all that they look for. All right. So when they see this destruction or they see them chariots, it's so far beyond all that they look for. See that? We're being watched by something up there. They don't know what it is. Um, so basically a watcher, which is an angel, a guardian. And they set up to defend and also to deliver the elect of Israel. And the book of Zechariah tells you they're set up to fray the horns of these nations, the ruling kingdoms. All right. So now, what's that? A watcher? Oh, wait. I'm gonna go ahead. It says the watchers of heaven. So the angels are watching from heaven, guarding from heaven, as keeping watch over or spying out. Come on, man. So let's get this real. Let me go back. I'm gonna just go through some other precepts in a second. It says a watcher. All right. So here we go. It says, now Daniel 4:13. I saw in the visions of my head upon my bed, and behold, a watcher. So an angel came down, and a holy one came down from heaven. He cried aloud and said, thus, hew down the tree and cut off his branches. And that literally happened. Um, and you can read about it. Let me go to this. Let me show you. Let me just keep reading real quick. And he cried and said, thus, hew down the tree, all right, and cut off his branches, shake off his leaves, and scatter his fruit. Let the beasts get away from under it, and the fowls from his branches. Nevertheless, leave the stump of his roots in the earth. All right. So what happened is, just briefly, you had this guy here named Nebuchadnezzar. All right, and they got something called. See, this is archaeological evidence of Belshazzar. All right, and of Daniel, and of Yahweh's presence. This is called. Let me show you. Excuse me. This is called the stele of Nebuchadnezzar. He was worshiping the sun, moon, and the stars. All right, and they were having debates just like they debate today. Um, and politics. The kingdom was divided the same way America's divided now, but it was based upon their religion. He wanted to push Marduk or some other idol or sin or some whatever they was into, you know, and it was a division amongst the Babylonians, which were Assyrians. All right, so he got exiled, and that was all by the will of Yahweh. just to show that he ruleth, the Most High rules. He said, "I'm gonna tell you, Daniel, what I'm about to do." And these idiots gonna think it's Marduk and shit, but it's really the God of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, Yahweh. So check this. This is called the stele of Nabonidus, and then on this stele, which like amongst the Egyptians you had the hieroglyphs, but amongst the Babylonians they had the steles. They were right on them. So on the stele he had something. Nabonidus had a commemoration to his son Belshazzar. So that's how they know he's his father, right, through history. All right. So but when you read here, it says Nabonidus was to his own apparent surprise proclaimed king after the deposition and murder of um, Labashi Marduk, whoever, right? This was later, like 556 BC. All right. So now let's go here. Yeah. While some have suggested that Nabonidus wished to go as far as to completely replace Marduk, his idol that they were into. That's why you see that lion and shit on the damn walls of Babylon. That goes back to the idol that they worship. Uh, so he wanted to replace this idol they was worshiping with sin, which is another idol. Go back to Nana and shit, the ancient Babylon, as the head of Mesopotamian pantheon. So he wanted to make that the new idol over their kingdom. The extent to which Nabonidus's devotion to sin led to religious reforms, all right, is debated. Nabonidus was in self-imposed exile in Tamar, all right. So he was in self-imposed exile, or he got ran out through to their divisions. But we know, according to the scriptures, either way, he was out braying in the bushes and bugging. He started doing that shit. What you call it? Became a lunatic. Literally worshiping. If you understand the history of Nabonidus, literally started going on a campaign to push people to worship the moon. That's where you get the term lunatic from this guy. He stayed out there and was braying in the bushes and came just like Esau used to be. And nails grew long like claws and shit, like eagle's claws. Right. So so he was on self-imposed exile in Tamar, Arabia. And that's how it looked. That's right. From 552 to 543. Now 552 to 550, that's when Cyrus started ruling over Medes and the Persians. It says the reason for this is unknown. Well, we know the reason for it. It's because it's in the scriptures in Daniel 4. Though it might have been due to disagreements with the Babylonian clergy and oligarchy. See that? All right. And the Nabonidus cylinders from are noteworthy because they contain a prayer for Belshazzar, which is his son. He was the one that we read about when the Lord sent the hand to write upon the wall and tell him that Belshazzar was going to lose the kingdom that night to Cyrus. It says, who is mentioned in the book of Daniel acting as a regent in Babylon. So where it says, leave the stump of his roots, right here. It says, nevertheless, leave the stump of his roots in the earth. So he cut down the tree, which was Nabonidus, just exiled him, took the kingdom from him, just like, whoop, the Most High was just showing his power, man, against these prideful heathens, and to boost the faith of people like Daniel. Nevertheless, leave the stump of his roots in the earth. And that goes with what I was just reading. Here you go, right here. Belshazzar. That was the stump that was left in place of his father while he was on exile. All right. So who is mentioned in the book of Daniel, acting as a regent in Babylonia. So he wasn't in power, but he was kind of in place for his dad. While his father's Nebuchadnezzar led Akkad military forces against the prince of Tamar. All right. So yeah, man. Let's go back. So that's what the Lord is doing. He's about to intervene, just like in Revelation 7. Daniel 4 and 15. Nevertheless, leave the stump of his roots in the earth, even with a band of iron and brass and the tender grass of the field. All right, let me skip to the point. So we know that. You can go back and read that story. Daniel 4 and 17. This matter is by the decree of the watchers. So now, this matter is decreed in heaven that this is going to be upon earth, that they were going to lose their kingdom. And the demand by the word of the holy ones, right? Same ones, which is the angels, the watchers from heaven, to the intent that the living may know that the Most High ruleth in the kingdom of men. So the things that are written aforetime were written for our learning. All right, that we may have faith and that others should fear. Because the Most High ruleth in the kingdom of men. That's Wisdom of Solomon chapter 6. He gave power to the kings of the earth today. And giveth it to whomsoever he will, and setteth up over it the basis of men. All right. So Esau is ruling right now, but now they're about to fall, and the Lord is going to raise up the children of Israel. So let's get this real quick. Revelations 19 and 14. All right, and what he was looking at right here, where he said, "Yeah, there's something up there. We're being watched by." And he's stuttering by something up there, right? And it looked like the stars of heaven, but really they're it says here, Revelation 19 and 14, the armies which were in heaven. So these are armies out there, different rankings, different levels, different purposes. It tells you that in Ezekiel 1, where it mentions the four heads. The armies which were in heaven, in the fourth dimension, and in space, in the spiritual world and in space, followed him upon white horses. So they're going to follow Yahweh Shai when he shows up. We're going to see them stars moving, following our King Yahweh Shai to this earth. Clothed in fine linen, white and clean. So they got what? White horses. That's the chariots. The cherubs. All right. So let's go here. Get a couple of precepts, man. It's like maybe like two. Go to Proverbs 15 and 3. All right, this is Proverbs 15 and 3. The eyes of Yahweh are in every place. All right, beholding the evil and the good in every place, man. That's why he's saying that. He said, "What? We're being watched by something up there." So they're beholding everything. Let's play that again real quick.
At regular speed, that almost looks like a star just sitting up in the sky. It almost gives you the impression that we're being watched by something up there. Yes, I know there's thousands of satellites orbiting the Earth, but that thing is moving way too slow to be a satellite. In fact, it's the only object that's moving very slow in this patch of nighttime sky.
He's shocked. But yeah, the eyes of the Lord Yahweh are in every place, beholding the evil and the good, man. All right. So to deliver the good, the elect, according to Revelation 7, like I read in the beginning, and also beholding the evil There you go. Let's get that. This is Amos 9 and 8. It says, behold, Amos 9 and 8, behold, the eyes of the Lord, Yahweh, the eyes are his angels himself and his angels, and also his men upon earth. But we're talking about the angels right now. All right, the Most High surveillance system that he got set up. Behold, the eyes of Yahweh are upon the sinful kingdom. Ain't that what they were worshiping? But today, that sinful kingdom is Esau's kingdom, all right, especially America. And I will destroy it from off the face of the earth. So this whole satanic kingdom that's ruling right now is going to be destroyed from off the face of the earth, especially America. Saving that I will not utterly destroy the house of Jacob, so the elect are going to be delivered out of this coming destruction. So they're beholding the evil and the good. Saith Yahweh, all right? So those angels are watching, and they ready to bring the pain like Method Man. But they being held back right now. So this is let's get but yeah, that's just what that is. I'll leave that there, man. I'll go back into this later. All right. Yeah, it's gonna take me somewhere else. But yeah, this was pretty interesting, man. I just want to do this quick lesson, called an Insomniac lesson early in the morning. And then play this one more time, man. And wrap this joint up. It's deep.
These other ones are moving very quickly, as this is in fast forward, and those are more than likely airplanes moving through the nighttime sky. What is this thing here? At regular speed, that almost looks like a star just sitting up in the sky. It almost gives you the impression that we're being watched by something up there. That almost looks like things are moving very quickly.
Wait, what do you have?
Right here, I'm going to zoom in on it so you can see it. Took nearly an hour to cross the field of view. These other ones are moving very quickly, as this is in fast forward, and those are more than likely airplanes moving through the nighttime sky.
Look what you got at the bottom. We are being watched. They know it, man. All right. So I'm gonna end this one, man. Hopefully you're edified by this real quick. But yeah, the watchers are the holy angels. All right. With that, I'm gonna end this and say Shalom. I want to say Kal Halayim, Layahawa, by Hashem Yahushai, by Hashem, Harakah Kodash, Ma'amah. Double honor to the elder apostles of GMS and the elders. Shalom to you, Akim, and Akwatim and children that believes to say the truth around the four corners of the earth, man. Keep your eyes to the skies, man. We almost out here. Shalom.